Welcome. As children, Christmas is often experienced as a time of wonder, especially standing in front of brightly lit shop windows, driving around streets filled with Christmas lights, and catching glimpses of Santa Claus, who hopefully has something exciting for us. As time goes on, however, we recognize that Christmas is not always as exciting and wonder-filled as we once experienced it or imagined it would be. The weeks leading up to Christmas can be full of stress and end-of-year demands. There may be difficult undercurrents in family gatherings that we were oblivious to as children. And perhaps, if we are really honest, the same old Christmas carols, the same old story, maybe even the same old decorations can seem a bit worn and overly familiar. For some, Christmas may be a time more filled with anxiety or even dread. Then it is a season of wonder and delight. I'm drawn to the words of the carol, "Star of wonder, star of night, guide us to thy perfect light." This year, as we've reflected on the glories and beauties of God's creation, our hearts have been filled with awe and wonder. We survey the stars, the skies, God's handiwork, and we are filled with delight, despite the heartache and sorrows we see in the world around us, despite our own uncertainty or anxiety. I invite you to find this same awe and wonder this Advent season, reflecting you on the story and on just how Jesus, who was there as the stars were first created, is our bright and morning star for whatever season we may find ourselves in. Blessed be your glorious name, and may it be exalted above all blessing and praise. You give life to everything, and the multitudes of heaven worship you. I see him, but not now. I behold him, but not near. A star will come out of Jacob. A scepter will rise out of Israel. O Lord, our star of wonder, our star of night, you are the star that burns brightly with regal beauty. Be our morning star this day. Awaken us to wonder, to delight. Guide us ever nearer to the radiance that is pure love, pure grace. Then may we too shine with your radiance, that others may draw nearer to your true light. Yahweh, our sovereign God, your glory streams from the heavens above, filling the earth with the majesty of your name. You have built a stronghold by the songs of children. Strength rises up with the chorus of infants. This kind of praise has power to shut Satan's mouth. Look at the splendor of your skies, your creative genius glowing in the heavens. My first memory of the words Star of Wonder, Star of Night seems to hover around the Mount Isa Mine's Christmas tree, held every year for the families of Mount Isa. On a hot summer night, sometime before Christmas, we danced with joy at the arrival of Santa, intermingled with lollies, ice creams, carols, presents, and finally fireworks. The stars hung brightly in the dark Mount Isa sky, and then the very sky erupted with colour and noise. This was a night of wonder, and we sang the words, Star of Wonder. Sometimes, when I step outside my house late on Christmas Eve, I catch again a glimpse of this wonder. In a rather ordinary, fairly quiet suburban street, with no fireworks, no Santa, and no lollies. Simply gazing at the silent, starry sky reminds me that there is something wonderful about this night. Yet so often, in the weeks leading up to Christmas, it is not necessarily wonder and awe that are foremost in our minds. As grown-ups, we have grown-up responsibilities with grown-up concerns and obligations. And wonder and awe seem to have faded away. Jesus tells us, for me, wide-eyed wonder is what the story of Christmas is all about. Can you imagine the wonder of the shepherds as the sky split open and heavenly choirs sang? Can you imagine the wonder of wise, learned men on that long journey following an unusually bright star in the sky so they could find and worship a king? Can you imagine the wonder of a young girl suddenly, incredibly pregnant? Can you imagine the wonder of her betrothed listening to the story of the angel and being drawn into something beyond imagination? Can you imagine the wonder of Anna and Simeon in the temple, feasting their eyes on one they longed for but never expected to see? It seems the ability to see the world with the wide-eyed wonder of a child when we're grown-ups is relatively rare. Modern science tells us that wonder and awe are important. Wonder is a powerful tool in healing trauma and can actually change the physiology of our brains. Wonder can restore vitality, inspire connectedness between people, encourage kindness, and relieve stress. It invites openness to life, to the world, And as Albert Einstein says, it is the source of all true art and science. I've also read that life without wonder is not worth living. There is so much in the world around us that invokes wonder. Even just in the small patch of grass we might find by our front door. As we move into the season of Advent and listen again to the wondrous story, it is the brilliance of the night sky, the stars and galaxies and quasars that draw me to wonder. And Jesus' words, I am the bright morning star. Jesus was born in Bethlehem, near Jerusalem, during the reign of King Herod. After Jesus' birth, a group of spiritual priests from the east came to Jerusalem and inquired of the people, "Where is the child who is born King of the Jewish people? We observed his star rising in the sky, and we've come to bow before him in worship." May all the wonder of the stars, the cosmos, and every flaming sun be yours this Advent. May you too follow the bright morning star with the wonder of the wise men from the east, no matter where or how far it leads you. May your heart be filled with joy and wonder like the shepherds, as you hear again and respond to good news of great joy. May angel song and heavenly radiance set your heart and your feet dancing in delight. May wide-eyed, childlike wonder open your heart to respond simply. May it be to me as you have said. Amen.